Emmanuel, God is with us. Emmanuel, God is with us. I'm back with another gardening kind of innovative video, retraining the mind so that we can be successful in our backyard gardens. Background data. I have a 20 by 20 foot garden. That is considered extremely small by all accounts. I have boogied into turning the flower bed that goes around the concrete into a berry patch. We're gonna do the March garden tour in March. I can see a new grass seed that came up in my... First we have our flower border enclosure to come in. These are impatiens. We haven't bought any. These are perennials, and these are the ones that survived the summer with my extreme neglect. This is a flower. It has sweet smelling white flowers. It's a vine, but it has sweet smelling white flowers on it, so I really like it a lot. I forgot what this is. I think it's kind of like a peace lily or something, but it's a flower. And then we have here my, I bought Matador spinach. And Matador spinach needs cold weather to go to flower, so it's a perennial for me. This is my beloved red celery. Always food. Then we have some, this is Sweet Melissa. I think she just had her seed and I have not collected them. More of my Matador spinach. My kale over here hasn't been giving me as much food as I would like. I guess it needs more fertilizer to grow more food, but that's spearmint. Always got to remember, the one thing I would come out to the garden in the summer and harvest is some spearmint for my summer beverage of choice, you know, my mint teas. More of the kale. Then there's my thornless blackberries with some more spearmint. Under here is my oregano patch. Let me see. Yeah, there's the oregano patch. So the blackberries are crowding it out, so it's not very much oregano in there. I might have to find another spot for oregano. All mints are thugs, so this was a spot where I kind of captured these and they didn't really get out that much, but I eat a lot of oregano, so I'm gonna have to find another place for it. The blackberry loves this corner, and since it's thornless and we have a little kid that lives next door, I wanted to make sure I had something like that near the wall just in case, you know, she ever comes over. This is a thyme plant. We got under 0 temperatures this year and it almost died. These are my golden delicious raspberries. They were fine. They had no problem with it at all. And the that blackberry, which is a sport of my own garden, it's not sold anywhere. Just my own, something that created itself in my garden. 0 degrees, it didn't even lose its leaves, so it acted as an evergreen. Maybe that spot's warmer because it's behind a tree. The raspberries are starting to leaf out. These are the golden delicious. They're leafing out more. This is more, I think, some kind of calla lily. That's what it's called. Down there, you can see my parsnips are coming back. They died down to the ground in the cold weather, and they are now coming back. I planted dill and stuff underneath there, but I didn't get any dill. Well, I got it, but it didn't stay. I'm hoping maybe the root will grow back. Oh, looks like this parsnip is going to seed. I grow my parsnips for the seed. I really don't pull them up. And thus, every once in a while I'll pull one up, but mostly I like the seed. I eat this though. You can't eat this if you have light skin or anything like that, but if you are a darker skinned person or a brown skinned person, parsnip is a vegetable. This is edible just like celery. If you're a light skinned person, not so. It looks like the caterpillars have gotten to it. That's fine with me. This is my red raspberry, and this is the only one that I've ever gotten to fruit in a red raspberry. As you can see, it's starting to come back now too, so that'll be fruiting soon. More parsnips. This is chicory. Oh, looks like something's gotten to the leaves of the chicory there. Huh. I thought this was a Brussels sprout, but as you can see, it's center bearing, so it must have been a cabbage that just never headed up. No problem, I'm happy. This is a California cherry tree I grew from seed, and look at that, she's got flowers on it. I'm so excited. She's 4 years old and she got flowers. I had called the company I bought it from, which is strictly medicinal, this year, and I said, hey, how long is this thing going to take to flower? And they're like, we don't sell California cherry tree seeds, but they sold them maybe 5 or 6 years ago. They don't sell them anymore. My chrysanthemums are coming back. They again died to the ground. All those twigs came from me cutting them back. Now this may be a Brussels sprout because it's growing long and very elongated. It had a head on it, but it doesn't anymore, so we'll see. I've had these for a couple of years, just waiting. No problem. Strawberries, the quinoa. I don't get a whole lot of strawberries over here. As you can see, it's not filled up with plant. It's not a ground cover. I'm not doing anything to stop it from being a ground cover. The conditions just aren't the best for that, but I get strawberries. These are my collard greens. Mom just tried to replant some new ones, so those haven't rooted yet, but we'll see what happens. And these are the old branches. See, this just shows you how location matters. This time here, it stayed a little bit warmer. It didn't go into shock at all. This is my sage plant. It's pretty pathetic. It's a couple of years old. I've been keeping it in a pot, and it hasn't grown much. But hey, it is what it is. This is my carrot, and I grow this for the leaves. I eat these instead of parsley because I just like having that food security of the root in the ground. I'm sure parsley root is edible, but this is more drought tolerant. I just planted some spinach seedlings in there, Villeray spinach, and this is cilantro. Tansy lettuce has naturalized for me, and this is some lettuce that is Drunken Woman. Because I do eat the carrot tops and not the carrot bottoms, they reseed in the garden. So happy about that. And this is anise seed. This tastes so good if you can grow it. It's so nice. And let's go over here. That's a sweet bay. I could put that in the ground. It would grow in my area, but I just don't have the kind of space for that, so I don't. These are my sweet potatoes, and I transplanted some cuttings of lavender over here, and they're doing really good. See, they like the spot. They started growing new leaves, which is how you know they like the space. They've been fighting off all the other plants around them. If lavender is happy, it can hold its own. And go over here. These are my beans. These are fava beans. And these are a winter bean, so it grows good for me. I get the fruit, you know, because beans like water and we don't have a whole lot of water. Here's my kale patch. My kale patch isn't doing as well as I would like this year. It doesn't have as much food as I would like. You see all the leaves are kind of thin and skimpy. Last year's kale was a lot better. And the whole thing is all parsnips. Parsnips are everywhere. I planted some sequoia strawberries there. They do really good. And let's see what else I got. Oh, this celery has gone to seed. I do harvest my celery seed and use it in cooking. I grow my food for things I have a hard time getting in the grocery store, and celery seed, carrot seed, those are some of the things. I grew this from seed. I don't know what it is. I'm waiting for it to flower. There's my wheat that I grew. I'm going to try and grow wheat again in the garden because I didn't get much wheat. I got a whole bunch of weedy grass. The company that sent me the wheat seed, and their seed was not good. It had more of some weedy grass than it did of wheat. But I'm okay. Now these are my boysenberries. Doing good. Let's keep it moving. Some turnip greens came up already. More fava beans. These are more of my matador spinach. Like I said, it's a perennial now, so it's always here. This is oats. Yeah, you guys heard me right. These are wholeless oat. I think I got these from Territorial Seeds. I'm not sure. But they're wholeless oats. They actually they actually naturalize in my area, so I really like that. So once you put them out, the doves do eat them and take them all kinds of places, so that's pretty nice. Just to let you know, I do have fava beans on here. The fava bean is a pretty resilient plant. The animals knocked it down thinking it might be a corn stalk or something, and so I thought it was going to die, but it didn't. It just laid over and started doing its thing. There's my little beets, and you can see there's more carrots. I planted these carrots in the ground. They are now popping out of the ground. Can you see that carrot there? It's like 2 or 3 inches out of the ground growing up. That's why I grow that variety of carrot. My onions are going to flower. Yes, I said going to flower, not bolting. I like my onions to flower. I'm excited to have some flowers in the garden. My one little rose bush. And the oats were kicked over by the wild animals looking for food, and they don't really like oats, I guess. More carrots. My garlic. This is naturalized. I haven't eaten it. This is the garlic that came back from last year, and I'm just going to let it grow and see what happens. These are my Endive. If you've seen these in the winter time, they are red, red, red. This is Rosa Treso Verona Endive. It's a traditional Endive. And here's one that still has a little red color in it. As the weather warms, they get more green. These are more parsnips. Like I say, I let my parsnips go to seed. There's another Rona growing up like that. And then here's my latest one. This is a chicory. So it's a radicchio. I don't know what this is yet. This is my onion bed. It's pretty newly planted. These are my old ones, which are chives. Over here, it seasons out. This is my purple cauliflower. It is a perennial in my area. I grow mostly a perennial garden, or things that act like perennials, like the blackberries and stuff like that. There's leeks all in there. The big kahunas. Let me show you my trees. Bam. Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful. Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful.